Simple video today. I'm here in Suwon. There's a craft brewery that opened up, I don't know when, but fairly recently. It's called Fundamental Brewing. Up there. You can see it. Anyway, simple video. Go in, taste some beers, review them, get out. So, let's go in, see the menu, see what happens. They have 15 beers here on tap that they all make themselves, which is pretty impressive. Even like bigger breweries that I've seen that are really ambitious, they'll have like 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. So the fact that they have 15 of them, I mean, I hope they can keep the quality throughout all of them, when we'll see, but pretty impressive. All right, I got 2 beers to start, and they make really small ones too, so that's good. So this is the Hete. This is a Pilsner. Ow, God, my nose. Whoa! There's almost like a brininess to it. And I don't want to say pickle juice, because that'll turn you off. But that like kind of first hit of like brine, it's really nice. Very fine carbonation. Coats your tongue really nice. A little bit of brine on the beginning there. Very good, very good. Yeah, it's not so sessionable, I don't think. It's still sessionable, but not as much as a normal Pilsner. That velvety carbonation in it coats the tongue really well, which is nice, but I can't imagine having 5 of these. So we'll see what the lager does. This is called the Joey. Bit of like a metallic smell to it. Tiny bit of lemon. The carbonation on this is much like larger, I guess you would say. Very bright. Yeah, the carbonation stings a bit more. It's not so creamy and tongue coating. This Pilsner surprised me. I'm gonna give this a 7. And I'm gonna give this a 6.5. And again, I've talked about my scoring before. Don't take that as like, that's a perfectly good beer. So don't get the wrong idea. These small sizes are great with the amount of beers that they have. The small ones are like 4, 5. So they're not cheap per se, but they're 230 milliliters. And I planned on coming here and getting like 4 beers. I can taste like 3 times that now. And that's awesome. I'm gonna have a really good run through the menu here, so get ready. All right, next beers. You know I love saisons, so this is their saison. In the description, it's in Korean. It mentions that it has like a Jeju, lavender, chamomile, and mindele, dandelion kind of. That's why it's called the jardin, which is garden in French. So, there's like a spicy pepper note to it on the smell. Wow. That is one of the most florally saisons I've ever had. It's really nice. And yeah, there's just a bit of like not pepper like chili pepper, but like a black peppery kind of zing to it. It almost reminds me of like a root beer. Not medicinal like Koreans think it is, but like that kind of like little tingle and that little flowery pinch to it. This is really good. God, yeah, it's like cloves. I've had a lot of Indonesian cigarettes when I was there because they're so cheap and you can't get them anywhere else, right? And they put cloves in the mix. And it has that same taste to it, like a Christmas ham too. God, that's good. That gets an 8.5. That's very good. I like that one a lot. And this is the Session IPA called Squall. So Session IPA, a bit bitter, higher alcohol. This is a 5.2, so that's why it's a session. Not high in alcohol content at all. Very standard Canadian lager, honestly. So, yeah, it smells like an IPA. A little bit of orange. There's not much to say about this one. This is like a muted IPA. It has a little bitterness. It has that kind of orangey zest to it that you expect in an IPA. And, because it's muted in alcohol and the flavors aren't so powerful, it's a little cheaper. But also, God, yeah. I don't tire of IPAs, but I can understand how someone would. And this, God, this is almost like a lager. You could drink this all day. I don't love it. but I'm giving it full points for what it attempts to do, which is make an IPA that you could drink for the next 3 hours. So I'll give this a 7.5. Again, I don't love it, but it's nailed something that you could drink for the next 3 hours and still have kind of an IPA feeling to it. So I'm impressed at what they set out to do. This one. All right, so I've ordered the sour, which is the fizzy, and the Noel, which is an English bitter. The fizzy, I just had a sip. This is very middle of the road sour. It's that perfect amount of like lemon sour and vinegar sour. It's just bright enough to really shine through and kind of hit your tongue in a very bright way. I prefer a little more complexity, so I'll give it a 6.5. But it's not bad by any standard. This is just my own personal preferences. They've nailed the recipe. It's kind of like in a textbook where you'd get a sour. It's like a textbook sour. So 6.5. This is the Noel. It's a English bitter. I'm not familiar with this beer a lot, so I don't have a lot of these. There's like a nuttiness to it, and there's almost like that kind of permanent marker kind of feeling in your sinuses in a pleasant way. That's very drinkable though. Again, I'm not an expert on British beer, so I can't really talk about how to compare this with other English bitters, but yeah, 7 out of 10. The winner so far is still that Saison that I had. That was killer, that was killer. I have what do I have? A Golden Strong. Magpie, I've had a few of these. You saw it in the Diablo video, and you saw it in my Walk to the Lake video. This is 8%.
It's like a believable English thing. It's true. I put the surprise because your face is mine.
God. A thing I'm noticing with some of these beers is they're doing like the textbook definition recipe of these beers, but very well. And that's not a compliment, and it's not a slight. It's like if you had to go to a university and they gave you an example of a Golden Strong, and you went, oh shit, okay, this is what a Golden Strong is supposed to taste like. So as much as I can't give them full marks, I have to give them high marks because they are very much nailing these recipes that they've been doing, yeah. Sparkly character, bit of kind of like sparkling malt on your tongue, high alcohol on the aftertaste. It's nice. All right, next one, Milk IPA. Give me a sec. All right, I'm still kind of thinking about the Milk IPA. I don't know what to do with it, but I do have someone coming in to give us an alternate opinion on the Belgian Strong. So, here's the expert.
It's good.
Thank you, Scope. Valuable addition. I'm reviewing the Asura, which is a white stout. Scove has one too. He'll be here in a second. The first thing that comes through is coffee, without a doubt. There's nothing else but coffee. It's not strong, but it's there. It's crisp, it's refreshing, there's nice carbonation, but that coffee flavor to it comes through, without a doubt, yeah. Scove, you want to give us your opinion? Is that the right one? Ah, yeah, okay. So, Scove, Asura, what do you think?
It's good.
As a fellow Canadian, I apologize. He seems to be rather stunted in his growth and is fairly useless. Rye whiskey, huh? Interesting. Fundamental Brewing make a barrel-aged English bitter called Glow, and that's what this is. And we were looking in the window over there, and we were looking at the barrels. And the cameraman, Scoof, he's Canadian. You know I am. This is the most obvious barrel that I've ever had in my life. I'm not really good at detecting flavors specifically. I'm good with flavors. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, but this is rye. And those barrels, they're rye labeled. And they have that earthy, foresty, hunter green flavor to them. And this is not cheap, that's why I got it last. Come have this, because it's well worth your trip to get this if you're Canadian and if you're someone who likes beer. It's indescribable. The rye flavor that comes through this aged beer in those rye casks, indescribable. I apologize for the laughing. I hope I'm loud enough. But this beer brewery is very much worth to come for this, and
Whoa, that's good.
I fucking hate you.